Christian pony lover, back again with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make some cross-country jumps. So here's the craft supplies I'll be using for today's video. So here is everything you will need to make this craft. Embroidery floss, outdoor twigs. You can swap outdoor twigs for wooden dowels, but I just like the outdoor twig look for cross-country jumps better. Super glue and scissors. You can exchange super glue for hot glue, but I prefer super glue because it's much stronger in these circumstances. But for my younger horse fans, you may use hot glue. Once again, always ask an adult for help. I've already cut some of these twigs up, and I used some loppers for the bigger, thick ones. But for these smaller pieces, I will use normal scissors. So you may need help with that as well for my younger horse fans. So let's get crafting. So to start off with your craft, you want to go ahead and cut several pieces of outdoor twigs. I have cut, I don't know how many here, but quite a few. So what you want to go ahead and do is make sure that they're long enough for your horse, because I do know there are some jumps out there that are a bit smaller. And now you're going to want to go ahead and lay out one of these. Then you're going to take some embroidery floss, make a really nice long strand of it, and then you're going to start off by tying one of it here and one here, making sure there are two strands on either side. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this. So to start off here, you're going to go ahead and take your embroidery floss, make it pretty long. It's almost about going off the screen, I think. And then you're going to make sure you're going to tie it in the center here. So first, I'm going to go ahead and cut this strand. I'm going to go ahead and make a second one by putting these two going along like so. They don't have to be exactly perfect, but I like to be a little bit of a perfectionist. So there we go. So now we have two lovely strands, one for this side and one for the other side. So go ahead and take one of your strands, stick it under your pole, take the two ends, loop one over the other, going down. It's kind of like starting to tie your shoe, and go ahead, tie that, pull that nice and tight. Repeat this on the other side. Then you're going to take another twig, stack it on top, and repeat this process. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add the final pole. Simply just repeat like always, put it on top, or as you've noticed, I put it on the side. But this time, instead of making sure the knot ends up on the top, I'm going to unpurposely put it on the side so it is less noticeable in the end. Pull it tight and repeat this twice to get it to be nice and strong. Just like that. Repeat this on the other side. Alright, before you go ahead and cut off these strings, go ahead and add some super glue on top of them. Then in between each little twig where you made the knots, add a little bit of super glue and do it on the other side and on this side. This will make it nice and strong just so it doesn't be all wobbly like this. Honestly, this design would make a really cool bridge, but that's not what we're going for today, so we want it to be nice, sturdy, and strong and not wobbly. So go ahead and do that. Alright, now I've added my super glue on this one side. I'm going to wait approximately 4 minutes because that's how long it takes for my super glue to dry. Then I'm going to flip it over and glue on the other side. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut these strings off, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, now for the last step. This last step is what's going to really make your jump be sturdy and stand up. So go ahead and grab a nice long twig. This one doesn't have to be as thick as your poles, and I honestly wouldn't make it the same thickness. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure with my stick, it's so long. And go ahead and measure how tall it needs to be. Go ahead and cut it, and you'll need 2 for each side. So in total, you'll have 4 poles. So 1 for this side, 1 for the other side, this side, and the other side. So once again, in total, you'll need 4. Alright, now this is where the part is where you go ahead and glue them on. Simply go ahead and align where you want them, use some super glue, glue it along the side, stick it down, and now I like to make sure that my threads here are pushed more to the inward side, inside of it, because I like to see them because I find it part of the look of the jump. So I want to make sure I can see them in the finished product. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Also, feel free to stand up your jump to make sure your poles are touching the ground. Otherwise, this will not hold your jump up. Alright, now this is what my jump looks like. It's all nice and dry. You may have to go back yourself and glue in between some of the little spaces. You will probably notice not everywhere the outer twigs touch the inner twigs, and for me, that is perfectly fine. As long as it touches some of them, it should be perfectly fine. So, and I absolutely love how this turned out. It is so cute, and I have made multiples of these so far, and I probably have enough to make a nice little course by now. But I absolutely love how they turn out. And if you want to know where I got the inspiration for these from, it's from Star Stable Online, the game. You've probably seen me play it before in the past, but I absolutely love how these turned out. You do need to make sure you pick the right size of twigs for the right size of horse, because I have made these for bigger horses and they turn out, they're more for the ponies. But I think they turned out really well, and I absolutely love this one jump. I hope you enjoy making this craft as well, and as always, see you all next week. Bye for now. With my God, I can leap over walls. Psalms 18:29.